Hello, it's Lex MPI back with another video. If you could please like and subscribe, it will be much appreciated. So today I'm talking what to do in a bear market. What do you do in crypto to keep making money when the market is moving against you, when it's going down? So this is a quick look at the Btc chart. These are 1-day bars. If we look at the past run up that we've seen, went up, maxed out at around 65k there, and we're now looking at, what's that, 36 at the moment, which isn't bad, but definitely down. Lots of fair uncertainty and doubt in the market. So let's kind of just take a deep dive into what sort of actions you can be taking to keep your head up, keep making money in the bear market, and hopefully compound your growth in the long term for when we do see the price of Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency market push back up. So the first one is actually something you should have done, which is taking profit and buying dips. And I'll explain why and how you should be doing that. So let's just have a look at what the market's done over the past couple of weeks. So let's go back to, where are we here? This is January times. So we peaked at around 41k, and then we dipped down to around 30, and then from 30 we continued straight up. And we got to 58, came back down, then went back up to 60, came back down, went back up to 65, came back down, then we started doing lower highs down to where we are now. Now, what I suggest everyone does, not financial advice, or what I do, I should rephrase, is whenever we hit a new all-time high, I take some profit off the table and stick it into a stable coin. And what I do is I then buy dips. It's impossible to time the tops, right? And it's impossible to time the lows. But generally speaking, I take profit as often as possible. And when we have a crazy run up, like look at that crazy run up, as you saw, so it went from 10k to 60k in that's October to April, 6 months, around here-ish. So between, I'd say, 40k and 60k, should have been taking profits. You've seen your numbers quadruple in the space of a few months. You should be taking profits. And the reason for that is that when you have an almighty run like this, a crash will come. And it has come, and it's arrived. And that's when you want to be buying that dip. Remember this. You want to sell when it's high, buy when it's low. Okay? Don't sell when everyone else is selling. Don't sell when the market's going down. You should be buying at that point. So right now, down here at 30, we're buying. That's what we're buying now. When it's back up, when it's at 60, selling. Okay? That's just top tip there. It's obvious stuff, isn't it? Buy low, sell high. But when the market goes crazy and starts dipping and starts crashing, don't sell. That's selling low. The opposite of what you want to be doing. So when everyone's crazy, everyone's saying Bitcoin going to 200k, that's when you need to be selling. Yeah. When everyone's saying it's over, I'm selling, I'm going out, I'm running out of crypto, that is when you need to be buying. And right now is a great buying opportunity. Down here at 36k. So that's the first tip. Make sure you're taking profits on the way up. And when you're taking profits in stable coins, have those stable coins ready to buy those dips. The next top tip in a bear market is going to be Binance Earn. Okay, let me show you how you get there. So you go to wallet, you go to earn, and then you go to Binance staking products. And this allows you to stake your cryptocurrencies and get some pretty high APYs depending on which cryptocurrencies you have. You pick the number of the duration you want to lock up your cryptocurrencies for. Right now, you'll see a card in the top right-hand corner, which would link to a video where I do a deep dive into staking and how this works on Binance. At this point, I'm just going to give you an overview. So you pick a cryptocurrency. You pick how many days you want to stake it for. So let's pick when I have my wallet, for example. So 90 days is sold out, unfortunately. 60 days, I can do 60 days. I mean, I'll get 7.7% on my Cardano. So what that means is that I will put in, oh, you know what, let me just show you. I have 1,953 Cardano. For example, I'm going to put in 1,000 of those. And what that is saying is I'm going to get a 7.7% APY. So that means that if I kept that in there for the equivalent of 1 year, I would end up with 1,077 Cardano. I'll make 7% over the course of the year. So that's free Cardano. This is Cardano that's just sitting in my wallet, doing nothing currently. And what I'm about to do is going to make a return on that at 7% for free. It's a no-brainer, really. So I click that, I confirm that. And done. Subscription success. So what I'll do is I'll go to less, I'll go to wallet, I'll go back to earn, and we should see my Cardano. Let's have a locked staking. Here we go, locked, and then Cardano. I have 1,000 there. I have a 60-day lockup, as you saw earlier. Accrued 0 days because I adjusted it now. And what you'll see is you see cumulative interest. So that number will increase, and I'll be collecting free Cardano coins every day. It's an easy one. You have cryptocurrency sitting in your spot wallet, stick them in. So actually I have way more coins that should be staking, but they've obviously ended. So I need to do this again and lock up my cryptocurrencies for 60, 90, 30 days at a time and make free cryptocurrency. And the beauty of that is that what you want is you want to be busy getting free Cardano, free Carva, free any cryptocurrency that is available for staking, so that when the bull run comes, you now have more cryptocurrencies to make gains on. Think about it, right? I put 1,000 in, I have 1,070. That means that when the price then trebles over the next year, after that, I'll be making double or treble on 1,070 rather than 1,000. You're winning twice. You win on the price increase and you win from the staking. It just makes sense. The next top tip I have for making money during a bear market is going to be providing liquidity on a decentralized exchange. So once again, look at the top right hand corner, you will see, let me just connect my wallet. You will see a link to a video that goes into decentralized exchanges and how they work. Today, I will just give a quick overview. So a decentralized exchange essentially is an exchange where it's you and I, other crypto users, that are supplying the cryptocurrencies for the exchange. So when someone swaps between, say, BNB and Alice token, for example, what's facilitating this transaction is the fact that people have locked up their cryptocurrencies on PancakeSwap. Oh, that isn't working. So let's do BUSD instead. It's always got, there we go. Excellent. So if you look here, if I want to swap my 0.013 BNB for some BUSD and I press swap, you will see liquidity provider fee. So that fee is paid out to everyone who's provided liquidity to the exchange for BNB and BUSD. Let me show you how you do that. So you see swap here, you go to liquidity, add liquidity, and I would add in some BNB and some BUSD, for example. So if I supplied that to the exchange, what would happen is that anybody who swaps, right, when they're on the swap between BNB and BUSD, that liquidity provider fee you saw earlier, we get paid out, a portion of that will get paid out to me, right? So I make money on every transaction that takes place on PancakeSwap. That's the beauty of DeFi. And in return for supplying that liquidity, I'll get BNB, BUSD liquidity pool tokens. And what you can do with that is you can take a liquidity pool. So once you supply that, you're going to make your money on every transaction. You're going to get a liquidity pool token. You can then take that liquidity pool token over to the pools. Here, let that load up. Sorry, farms. Apologies. You take it to the farms, not the pools. There we go. Yeah. And then here you can stake your whichever two cryptocurrencies you supply liquidity for. You can take your LP tokens, your liquidity pool tokens, and you can stake them. So for example, if you had added liquidity for Cake and BNB, you could come here and you could enable the farm, get a little MetaMask notification. I'm not going to click through because I haven't got any of the LP tokens, but you'd enable it, you confirm it, and then you would then put your LP tokens in and you'd make 56.62% APR, which isn't too bad. What's that APY? APY is 76% APY. And what they would do is they'd pay you out in Cake. So you put your Cake BNB tokens and they'd pay you out the equivalent at an APR of 56% in Cake tokens. And with the Cake tokens, you could harvest them. So essentially harvesting them is pulling them out and putting them in your wallet and then selling them. Or you could just keep hold on to the Cake if you think you're bullish Cake and you think Cake is going to go up in the long term. So for some reason, I can't see all of the APRs. There seems to be a bit of a glitch on PancakeSwap at the moment. But all these liquidity pool tokens, you're able to essentially yield farm. So the idea of yield farming is that you're making a yield from farming the tokens, the LP tokens, that is. Once again, I'll put the video in the top right hand corner again for you to take a look at a more in-depth video into providing liquidity and making money off of decentralized exchanges. The last way to make money in a bear market is if you're nervous and you want to hold stable coins instead. Stable coins are cryptocurrencies that track the US dollar or a fiat currency. If you're holding some fiat because you're worried about the market, you think it's going to crash, you can stake those cryptocurrencies. And I'll show you how. For example, I will go to Goose Finance. Actually is a great cryptocurrency exchange that allows you to stake stable coins. So for example, if you go to Goose Finance, one of the smaller exchanges, so beware on that one. But they do have very high APRs and APYs. If you go to their vaults, you will see that you are able to stake BUSD and you make an APY of 42.4%. The beauty of staking a stable coin as opposed to providing liquidity for more normal cryptocurrencies like we saw on PancakeSwap is that you have no risk of impermanent loss. Please Google impermanent loss. It's something you should all be aware of. And obviously the BUSD cryptocurrency is less volatile because it is the same value as the US dollar. So it does allow you to make 42% APY on just holding a risk-free asset, which is really good. You could stake here. So I could, for example, if I wanted to, I could stake my BUSD and I could make a 42% return, which is pretty good. Not bad. I'll probably do that later on. Actually, let me show you guys now quickly, actually. Let me put in $1,000. There we go. Confirm. Hopefully this is quick. But yeah, so, I have stable coin sat there that I'm waiting to, buy some dips in the market. And currently it's now staking. So what I will do is I will earn BUSD and GUSD. So BUSD is the coin I've put in, essentially. And I will also earn GUSD. So GUSD is a one-to-one backed cryptocurrency from Goose Finance, which I can then sell or I can use on the exchange itself to buy other LP tokens. So there's an example of me essentially staking a stablecoin. So theoretically speaking, with a 42% APY, I would hope to have 1,420 BUSD at the end of 1 year of staking if that APY were to hold up, which isn't too bad. You can also look for, let's have a look on Auto Farm here, which is another yield aggregator on the Binance Smart Chain, where we have, for example, the USDT BUSD liquidity pool token from MDEX. So you go to MDEX, which is here. You would provide liquidity for USDT, USDC, which are both stable coins, so you have no permanent loss risk, and they're both stable coins, and you're able to make 21.8%. Now, some would prefer this methodology because MDEX and AutoFarm are much larger than somewhere like Goose Finance, but this one is doing it via providing liquidity. Once again, great 21% return with very little risk. And in a world where banks are giving you 1% on your money, making 21% is absolutely amazing. So there we go, guys. That is a summary of how I continue to make money during a bear market, how I'm getting good returns on my cryptocurrencies in my wallet, and not financial advice, but something you should all take a look at doing yourselves. Guys, hope you've enjoyed. It's Lex MPI. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day.